All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaha, Quadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And as always, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And I wanted to do a response video to a video that was shared by the beloved brother Azan Ha-Amath, as you see right there. Okay, and he shared what would appear to be a link. He shared what would appear to be a link. And basically, rivers are turning red around the world. What could this mean? Now, and of course, if you're in the know, if you're a brother that is in His truth, you should know what this means, okay? And the matter of fact, because the Lord said that in the last days, He will give us signs, and these signs would serve as indicators as to when He is going to return, okay? Before Jacob's trouble, there's going to be many signs that are going to take place that's going to indicate that great judgment is coming down the pipe, especially to the rebellious children of the nation of Israel, the Israelites, which are the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indians who refuse to repent. Now, if we go to 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, and we start at verse 1, it says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made." And right now, we are living in the midst of 2nd Esdras 9, verse 1, all the way down to verse 9. Well, we're living in the midst of 2nd Esdras 9, verse 1, all the way down to verse 12. These are the times we're living in and getting ready to enter into, okay, if you can perceive what I'm saying. Where we're living in the midst of these times, but we're getting ready to enter into some great times, okay? Therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So, it's not just in one country where the rivers are turning red like blood, okay? It's all around the world, okay? Because if the rivers is turning into blood all around the world, what do you think that entails for people? That can lead to a famine of water, okay? You can't drink water if there's blood in it. Inevitably, you'll get sick and die, right? So that will lead to a famine of water. And people need water more than food to live. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and the end is manifest. And we know that the end is not talking about the end of the world, because in Ecclesiastes 1 verse 4, it tells you that the earth abideth forever. One generation passeth away and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever, meaning for all eternity. The earth is eternal. The earth is going nowhere. Okay? So when it says the end of the world, you must also know that it goes back to the Hebrew word, it goes back to the Greek word aeon, which means an age. And we know that according to 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, the 7th verse down to the 9th verse, we know that Esau is the end of the world. That in the latter days, the Edomites will be the one, they will be the top rulers on the planet, ruling the earth in wickedness and doing the will of the Lord on the left-hand side. And we know that according to biblical prophecy, the Edomites will be the self-proclaimed white man, which starts with the so-called elites who call themselves Rothschilds or Rockefellers, trickling down to the rest of their nation of people. Those are your Edomites today, okay? The self-proclaimed white men are the Edomites today, okay? And they are the end of the world, okay? They are the last heathen to have control over the whole face of the known world before the Israelites rise up into power, starting with Yahweh's return, which inevitably will lead to the Israelites ruling the world in righteousness for all eternity. So even so of the time, so when it says the end of the world, we're literally living at the end of the world right now. We're living at the end of the age of a wicked rulership, which is being led by the Edomites, which will be the self-proclaimed white man. So in verse 6, even so of the times of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects. So listen carefully to what 2nd Esdras 9 verse 6 is saying. Even so, the times, what time are we living in? We're living in a time of great judgment, okay? Like it tells you in Joel, the 2nd chapter, okay? A great darkness, okay? And a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall it be to any generation that cometh. Roughly paraphrasing, okay? In Daniel, in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, it tells you that there shall be a time like never before, okay? So even so of the times also of the highest, that's the Most High Yahweh, have plain beginnings, right? Write it plain upon tables, that he may that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And now it's speaking. We see it speaking. Okay, he that is spiritual, judge of all things, but he himself is judged of no man. So we see the prophecy speaking. And it's not just the prophecies that are speaking, it is the Lord speaking through those prophecies. That is how he is visiting the earth. He is visiting the earth through biblical prophecy. And we're seeing prophecies play out here on earth. Okay? So it says, even so of the times of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects. Multiple rivers turning into blood around the world is your biblical prophetic proof of endings and effects and signs. Signs of what? Signs that the Lord's return is near. Okay? Which is why in Romans 13 verse 11 it says what? And that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. So even so the times also of the highest. So these signs, these times are of the highest. These are of the Most High Yahweh, which have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and what? Signs. So ending and effects. So rivers, getting turned into blood all around the world is your example of endings and effects. And tonight there's supposed to be a blood moon. Now, I don't know what time, but I have yet to see a blood moon. So okay. So, I mean, that was pretty much it, man. We're witnessing endings and effects and signs. With that, I'm going to say shalom is on to the next one.